What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here with part 10 of the Borderlands 4 playthrough. We're just having some fun with AMON today. We're going to be focusing on getting to level 50 and getting a good primary weapon, and of course refining the build that we have going right now, which is a heavy ordnance build with 100% uptime. There's two things I'm actually going to pour into, actually. And we'll be jumping into that in just a moment while I make adjustments to a few settings here. Alright. But I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I have had an excellent week. And I got some great news this morning. So I'm just super excited, man. Life is good. And I just can't wait to have some fun playing some Borderlands 4 today. Alright. Alrighty, as we jump in, let's go ahead and make sure we have our little handy dandy lists up. I do have a really fun list that I've been using primarily to track all of the legendaries, and I'll put that in the description for you guys as well, actually in the chat. So let me go ahead and pull that up. It's from a Reddit post, actually, and the funny thing is the post itself is actually it's okay, but the comment section has this excellent link to a spreadsheet that has a very comprehensive list of everything that you need, all the legendaries, what missions you might need to obtain them from, and all that. So I'm going to share those with you guys right now. There you have it. Alright, so let's see what we got. So obviously this is a level 30 character, so we don't necessarily have all of the map unlocked. What we want to do though is you know, try and find like a nice fun grind, warm up a bit as well. So we might just go knock out this propaganda speaker really quickly and then just figure out what we want to do in terms of the grind. Obviously, the most efficient and effective way to level to 50 would be to naturally just farm vile bounties. But you know, that stuff gets kind of boring. You know, like that makes the grind not as fun for me whenever you're doing the exact same thing. So this game has so many ways that you can enjoy the world of Kairos. You don't have to just pigeonhole yourself doing the one single thing, not in my opinion anyways. Is that a box of pens? What is this? Oh, this is so funny. This quest here is hilarious. Okay, we're not gonna mess around with it though. Alright, let's warm up a bit. We're gonna get to the propaganda speakers and then we'll move from there. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I know I am. Got some really good news. Things is going really well. I'm just really happy with, very pleased with life. We need a new primary weapon though.
Keep your focus, I will handle any trouble that comes our way.
Alright. Got some brothers over here. Oh, see, the little splices can kind of eat up my ammo. There you go. So I'll talk about the build after we kind of showcase it for a bit and see. But as you can tell, if I'm hitting, I get a 1/3 chance essentially to replenish my ammo. So, you know, the rate of fire doesn't become nearly as important. What the heck is going on over here? What are you guys doing? Merv and proxy homing missiles, or proxy homing orbs, is fantastic because you end up getting just some crazy splash damage, so even speccing into something like that would be ideal. We didn't get our ammo back, so we're going to have to go ahead and get on the cooldown. When we're on the cooldown, we can just have some fun with our spear. And this more than likely one-shots most standard enemies. Even the big guys, you know, only a few hits and then they're out of the picture. I love that aim assist, that sweet, sweet aim assist, baby. Controller only. Alright, so now that we have our cooldown back, let's kill this little thing. Cheese and rice? Language? You watch your mouth. Alright, let's see if I can get one of these guys up here. It's gonna go back into the cooldown, that's fine. And then if you're getting worried, okay, I'm taking a lot of fire, oh my gosh, you can do that. Any kill is gonna give us some cooldown for our ordnance anyway, so once we get a go-go gadget, rep kit that'll even help us further. But this is a fun weapon. I like this primary, not for AMON, but not for this build in particular, but it's fun. It's called like the Hellwalker, I think. You get it from one of the worst bosses in the game. That Scratch, or that Cratch, or whatever it's called. The Flying Crotch. So on hit, you can see we've only fired a few, but then now we had 8. Now we have back up to 6. So if you're careful with your shots and you're patient, unlike me, you can pretty much have this going infinitely. But I lack the courage. Ooh, the balls. Was it you? How come I didn't notice that giant guy behind me? We're gonna take those deaths, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Get those second wins, why not? What are you doing, ma'am? Oh, I was gonna heal. I jumped in the air to heal. That's fine, I'll take the second win. I get full health, full shields, and I get free up the heavy ordnance, so why not? Strategic death. What percentage are we at, Mr. Echo? 89? Okay, we're good. We're done. That was a fun little warm-up.
Such monotony from the
Not bad.
Let us hear what others have to
So again, the key is we're going to be changing up some of our... the way we've invested some of the points, actually. So when we look at our skills, we're banking off of the 30% chance to refund some heavy weapon ammo, but you only get 1 ammo back, right? Whereas in the blue tree, if we put in a few more points here, we'll then be able to go into Primal Surge, and because we're proccing status effects so much, we can get a percentage of the ammo restored as well. So 2 more points there, that gets to 46, and 4 points there. What I'm not sure is how I'm missing a point. It seems like I'm missing a point, but I did have some weird bug where it crashed and I was in a co-op session and I pretty much got a free respec, but all my skill points were just completely removed. So we have 5, 10, 15, that is 18. Carry the 2, we have 5, 10, 15, 25. Okay, never mind. And okay, never mind. Well, my math isn't mathing. And we're not going to have an ultimate. We're not going to have an ultimate ability, no capstone. So that's going to be pretty interesting. But anyways, how is that a better propaganda source? I don't know if it is. Don't know if it is. Alright, we're going to take a look and see kind of what we want to do in terms of farmage. We want to get to level 50. You know, I wouldn't even mind running one of these. Null and Void, Maurice's Black Market, or Directive O. We ran a lot of Directive O yesterday. I wouldn't mind kicking his ass, though. The only problem is we have to go in here. Let's just go ahead and unlock that. Why not? I'm not quite sure how to get in here. We're going to go this way. No path found. I wonder if I'll need some sort of quest to actually allow me in there, because this is an alt character. It started at level 30, so I'm intrigued. I'm a little early there, so that's for... I was going straight to Pongo Bongo. One of my favorite bosses, because they dropped the Phantom Flame, which I created an entire build for Rafa around the Phantom Flame. And I absolutely love Rafa and that particular build. It's so awesome. Yeah, I think we're good then. We'll just bust up in here. I'm sure they don't mind. I think we're going to have to go to the Terminus region, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look into that. But it's okay to unlock a few things and kind of search around a bit. Poke around, as they say. Also want a new primary weapon for AMON. I want something that's going to suit and to be a little bit more suitable. This is a great weapon in general. I like it. It's really fun. But it's not really the weapon I need. So that's Carcadia District. So let's take a look at Directive O. Where's his ass at? He's in the Order Bunker in the Terminus District in Dominion. Okay, so that's the far right part of the circle here. So we'll just kind of make our way around. In fact, it's going to be like over here, pretty much. So we'll just keep kind of going through. This weapon that I'm using is like level 35. So quite under-leveled, and yet it still does some of the best damage. If I can have an improved version, level 50, a Malawan, a heavy ordnance that has incendiary damage, has the MIRVs, and has the proxies, oh, we're good. It's done. Oh, hi. RJ doing his thing. RJ, I wish we could somehow unlock RJ's outfit, because his outfit looks amazing. What's up here? I'm just curious what's up here. You know that there's burritos you can find. There's a Dave the Burrito kind of Easter eggs everywhere you can find. It's really awesome. I've done that. It's a pretty rare achievement, but you guys want to check it out. It's pretty fun. I'm not sure what we're supposed to do here. What the hell?
Device and just ran. Thought for sure my bolt would get zapped, but this dude seems to be hiding me from the timekeeper. And now I'm gonna do what I always dreamed of.
I'm gonna be free.
Tell others will rise up against that coolest bastard. So if you wanna play that too? I'll give you whatever tips I can about pirates. Good luck.
And you can always pop this as well if you wanted to. Like, say you want to use your skill first and have some additional defenses, or you could have this big shield as well. You're more than welcome to have all that out. Let's see, that's not helping. Need to kill the brother here. Hold on. I'm gonna die. I need a weak enemy. Yay! And you can always pop your shield if you want to. There's some brothers up here, I thought. He's not dead yet. Okay, he's dead. He is dead. Gray weapons only challenge. I think I could do that. It would be tedious as all balls, but we could do it. Let's go this way. There should have been a side mission, kind of a missed opportunity to unlock the Digirunners. Now, despite how large this part of the map looks, it's pretty small. You know, the three regions that kind of coincide with the Fade Fields, Terminus region, and the Carcadia burn, they all kind of are relatively small and close and connected to each other. You have to forgive me, I'm getting some messages. I have somebody grocery shopping and then they're just saying, hey, this is not in stock. I'm like, no! I need that for my recipe. I'm just doing things. Where am I supposed to actually go? Oh. Kind of moseying around. Hey, well, hey there, brother. Why are you just sitting there? A lot of people don't ADS apparently in Borderlands. I was like, oh, okay. Is it weird of me to ADS? I guess, I don't know. I played tons of FPSs and usually at least a little quick scope, you know? But hip fire for this weapon in particular makes more sense. But there are some guns that I understand why you wouldn't want to ADS. They have disgusting looking scopes. You can't see anything in them. Also, I am looking to, maybe when I get more ordnance down, like if I get all my ordnance damage up. I think that I would like to potentially have more movement speed because you cannot sprint when you have the heavy ordnance out. But having increased movement speed could be kind of nice, like good quality of life, because you can dash and jump like that, but that's about it, you know? So I probably want to go and farm the other vault monsters as well so I can get the upgrades. We definitely need the upgrades for the glider. I mean, so something to consider. See, like, I guess that would kind of be an annoying scope, so hip fire makes sense here as well, but it's not bad.
If only you carried bravery inside you and not just intestines.
All right. Make our way up here. There's some secret quests on my Rafa file, which is the one I'm doing 100% on. That particular file does have, well, in general, like in order to get all the challenges completed, and achievements, which I typically don't care about, but I just want 100% everything in the game. There's some secret quests that I thought were really fun, and it was a pain finding them. I mean, I had to actually look one of them up because I was like, where do I go? From here, because I initiated it and then I was like, there's no clue on where to go. I don't know how people can figure it out without like data mining. But being able to dash 3 times would help with the movement a lot. We can get another propaganda thing going, why not? Good warm up, and why not? We just get more completion for this file as well. I'm definitely not going to 100% every file and every hunter. I just want to definitely have one of each hunter kind of end game ready so that if my buddies, well, I don't, you know, want to play, probably never happen, I'm ready. Oh, hey. The balls. Who hit me? A plinker. Who is talking all that trash? Y'all just hush it up. So again, we get a pretty good refund rate at 30%, but if I can get some points into Primal Surge, I'm proccing status effects pretty consistently, so we'd get even more ammunition back, and you get a percentage of it back as well, which is really nice. We like it. I don't mind the second wins because it happens to reset your cooldown, so that's fine with me. Obviously, we want to go with probably an overshield with this build. I think that would go really nicely. I think that would go really nicely. Overshield, so maybe something with Siphon on it. I'm currently just using a standard shield right now. I think it may be legendary, but it's nothing special, you know? Like nucleosynthesis or protean or something. Oh, whoops. Wrong gun. Lovely. Where are we at, Echo? 100%.
It is the sweet sound of victory.
Lovely. Hold on 1 second. No, thank you. Oh, right. The groceries are already on the way? Heck yeah. Love that. Yep. The reason why I was bringing up the secret quest is because there's one that kind of takes place in the Terminus region in particular that's has to do with Horatio. It's really interesting. I had a lot of fun with it, and finding everything was an absolute chore, but it was actually a lot of fun. And how it culminated, and of course with Rafa and his commentary, it is even all the sweeter. All right, nobody else is gonna come out. A pulper?
Accept defeat, you silly bastard!
I knew I saw something up above me. So health is definitely a big thing we need to go ahead and start focusing on. We need to get some overshield, like a lot more overshield. Because I am level 45 and I have like no shield whatsoever. Overshield's pretty minimal as well, so we gotta improve. Make some improvements there. This was really a lot of fun too. This is an escape room quest. I had lots of fun with that. I just don't understand Echo sometimes. Like, how do you expect me to go through there? I think the order bunker's like over here, and that I don't even know. It's gonna be like, go straight. Yeah, you're good. Directive O, where is this mofo? That's the one thing that does kind of irk me, is that we don't have a good, like there's not really an organic way to say, hey, alt character, here's the map. Honestly, I think that all of the maps should be lit up or whatever, at least the parts that you've exposed. Should match everything on your main character from the time you create the alt, but then your points of interest should be visible. It shouldn't be foggy still, you know? Let's see, directive. Actually, let me just look up the order bunker name. It's the iron wall resolve bunker. So what I want to do is I want to see, where is this thing? Man, the internet sucks now. Like it's just so trash. It used to be very decent, and now it's pretty much ass. So it says finish the means of ascent mission. One gassy issue won't allow. Okay, you have to do all that junk? All I need is to see where it's at in the map, and these, you have a whole guide with screenshots and everything, and none of them show you the location on the map. Oh, it's way down here. Okay, so the order bunker's actually... It's hard to see because everything's foggy, but I'd imagine it's right here. Let's just go through that. We're going to close this stupid site before my computer catches fire, and then we're good. Telling you, internet sucks nowadays. You get the worst responses, and the AI responses are pretty bad as well. Like, there was a time when you could actually search and get answers. See how you can double up? I have my shield, so if you're taking a lot of fire and say your firewall is down, you can just pull up your action skill. As long as you're in blue tree, and you're good to go. Yeah. And then if you run out of your ordnance, you can switch back to your spear. So I mean, you got some... Definitely have some options there. Alright, so we're going to keep going. Again, our big focus is we definitely want to get a new primary weapon. We also want to get to level 50 so we can pump some points into our action skill, or actually our tree. We want to go primal surge because we already have a means to refund ammo on the green tree. All right. Where am I going again? Oh yes. Good. Oh hey, big guy. But we can get a lot of refunded ammo just as it is. We start off with, you know, 10 shots technically, even though the clip only has like 8. But we get a 30% chance to refund 1 ammo, which isn't bad. But if I can get some primal surge, which gives us 25% chance to recover a percentage of ammo, I could get even more back because we're proccing so many status effects. So when we start pumping in some points, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Just focusing on the ability to refund. Refund. I want to have that 100% uptime if we can. Obviously, I'm just going to be patient in a way I could just... Can't see. Okay, ADS. That's why you guys ADS. That's why you guys don't ADS. Why everybody hip fires, huh? is he not dead yet? Sir, how are you alive? Because he's strong. The strong modifier. Where's this damned bunker? This is actually one of the areas where you can mess around with the whole secret quest that I was talking about. One of two, oh, there's like probably 5 or so secret side quests that you don't really see on the map, and instead they you're triggered by you interacting with certain world events and things like that. Lots of fun. It's just assuming I just messed with those crystals. You guys are quiet in chat today. Unless you're just unless I'm just not seeing what you guys are saying. This is not the right one, just so you know. This is actually incorrect. So this path here is incorrect. I did this yesterday and I was like, where's Directive O? I remember the bunker itself, and it's not it. Okay, so why does it send me here? Let's go around this thing. It's gonna go this way. It's got to be around here somewhere. I know that it's around this big building, and the actual bunker itself is pretty straightforward. It's really fun to actually unlock. There's like 3 main regions. You gotta clear out some like power cells for me. Oh, but where and why? I was gonna say, I don't see anybody. Okay, you're dead, and you're still alive too. That's great. Let's bring everybody back. Okay, this must be it, right? That's a path. Moving around with heavy ordnance, not ideal, so we're gonna want to increase our movement speed as well. And then we just go, yep, I know where we're at now. Yay! Oh, you're dead, bro. Totally dead. Very nice. Yo! Okay. You're dead. Who is the bro? Okay, that... Ooh, you know what? I realize I might not be able to open the bunker yet. Darn it, darn it, darn it. The reason why I say that is because there's certain side quest prerequisites that allow you to then have the ability to have like those power cells just throughout the world. As if not, like those, you know, batteries in those locations aren't even going to be activated, so you won't be able to use the locust little grenades or anything like that. That sucks. See? Things you just naturally would find on your first organic playthrough, but that you don't necessarily get to benefit from on your alt because you're like, oh dang, I gotta redo that and this and that just to trigger these little events. That sucks. Let's just double check. I'm quite certain that they're not going to be activated yet. Because it would be right here. Yep. So this is offline. That is unfortunate. Unfortunate. And that's Directive O, which would be the boss for the weekly anyways. You know, I haven't found Maurice's vending machine yet either. I do believe that would be probably in this region because on the video on the Twitter post or whatever, it looked like you saw some lava where the bats are and stuff, so I'd imagine it's somewhere around here. But okay, that kind of proved my well, proved to me that we can't go there yet because I don't want to do all these side quests and whatever else. Instead, we need to farm and find a boss that's fun to fight and that has a potential to drop some heavy ordnance for us. Let's take a look and see what that would be. I'm going to go to the spreadsheet that I put in the chat. And we're going to type in heavy. And we got bottled lightning from Origo. You know, ooh, we probably need to get our vault upgrades as well. Gamma Void for Moon Callus. That's a quest, though. That's the moon version of Kalos. I have no clue how we would get there from the overworld. Then we have Ravenfire, which really sucked. Sidewinder as pre-order only in Sprezzatura. We do have a level 50 Sprezzatura. Then we have the Atling gun and Inkling from the Divisioner, which that fight was really sucky. So, what if we go Atling gun? Craven's Nook, Heart of the Mountain, Terminus Range. Okay, so we're looking for Callus. Let's see. That's Callus, not Callus. Callus is the Ripper Queen. Callus. Where is this brother? Okay, so Craven's Nook is going to be over here somewhere. Heart of the Mountain. Where the hell is that? I don't even see that it's a sub-region. And they sure don't make it easy. Let's see, there's this picture here shows a safe house, which I'm assuming could be this one. They're going over here somewhere. No clue where it's at because the internet sucks. What's up, fam? So it would be Order Bunker, Craven's Nook. My gosh, it's just so funny how shite it is to try and search something and get a straight answer. Back in my day. And I'm not gonna look up IGN because they're just a bunch of scumbags. I don't feel like watching a 12-minute video on a 2-second location. Ass. This internet sucks. Not the internet, the actual internet itself. Let's look here. Tipping point, Craven's Nook. Okay, so I'm assuming. How did they get that? That's way over there. That's like super far east. Okay. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. How's it going, fam? I need a new primary weapon as well. Oh yeah, they'll be yapping for 13 minutes and in a few seconds they'll be like, so today guys, it's like, what? I'm gonna show you the ultimate drop zone for the best drop in the game. I hate YouTubers, and I am a YouTuber, trust me, so God. Scum of the earth, I say. And then AI essentially emulates that. It only grabs answers from the dummies that make content. So it's like, it's always too much fluff, or it's wrong because the people that made the content are wrong, and it's only pulling from wrong stuff, and it's like, apparently AI doesn't know how to read books, it only knows how to watch Disney movies and stuff like that, so. Oh, the end of the world. Matthias Rain says, I had said hello as well, Inhuman. Happy Friday to you. Well, Matthias, you know that YouTube targets you. It's like you want to. Oh, Matthias is talking, and surprised that you didn't say like your normal hearty paragraphs that I love and enjoy and appreciate. But YouTube's like, no, And it wasn't it wasn't his usual paragraph. We're not gonna post it. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. I know I am having a really good start. I hope you guys are having a great Friday and a great start to your weekend. I can't drive. Okay, actually, you know what? My insurance premiums went up for that. You're going down. I can't kill the one puppy dog thing. The mangler. It seems like Matthias' first chat got eaten. I don't understand that. It always does that. And so I was like, man, you guys are quiet today. And that wasn't trying to be me. I was like, either it's quiet or there's nobody talking. And apparently, you guys were here waving and saying hi. How's Ghost of Yote treating you? Have you defeated the Yote 6 yet? I don't know why, but that reminds me of Kill Bill really hard. Ooh. Okay, who's shooting at me? Please stop. Infinite Ordinance? Yes, please. So far, we're doing pretty good on getting that refund back, but we missed our shots there. We got one right back. Let's see, who else can we hit? Guaranteed. Oh, hey there. 4 shots. Lovely, we missed. And that should kill something. Oh, it didn't. Okay. He's dead. I just showed up now. It seems Matthias' chat's been there. Well, yeah, I had no clue. I always, if I see the message, I will always acknowledge. I promise. I'll never just be like, whatever. I will always acknowledge it if I see it. If I don't, that's because I honestly did not see it. Because I'm mad at you. 1 second. One second, guys. I think the groceries are here. I'm gonna pull them in real quick. Alright, so Matthias says, I beat the game the other day, unfortunately, for me too soon now, because I don't have anything to fill the gap till Ninja Gaiden 4. I know the feeling. That's why we've been doing Borderlands the whole time. Let me thank the grocery delivery guy. Thank you so much. Alright. Yeah, I have the same feeling. I kind of... We got through all the September rush way too fast, and then there were some games that I didn't really plan on playing in October because I'm like, I don't know, I just don't have the interest anymore, and so I don't want to force to play. I don't want to buy something like I really enjoy either. So I'm gonna have to go back to Lost Soul Aside. Yeah. Start your own character for Borderlands. Yes, do that. That'll be fun. That would be lots of fun. Alright, so what am I doing again? I'm over here just killing manglers. Oh, there you go. Here, take that. If you start a character, that's hypothetically speaking, of course, this is no... Which character would you... Which Vault Hunter would you play as? Fam says, I might start the Beast next. What is the Beast? That sounds awesome. That sounds cool. What is the Beast? I don't know if I've heard of that. Is it a game or a movie or? Oh man, once you guys answered the questions, I have something really cool. I mean, this is something that I'm like, oh, I can't wait. My weekend's gonna be dedicated to what I'm gonna tell you, and I really can't wait to share. So y'all hurry up so I can talk. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Ooh, Kyle Crane. Okay. AMON. So you'd be an AMON. Are you gonna go heavy ordnance, or melee, or do you have like a build in mind? I know that your son had played Rafa. And I know he liked that build. I mean, Rafa's fun. He's super fast-paced and like it's kind of chaotic. I really like that. But all the Vault Hunters, I think, are really viable. They all seem to have at least one like broken build, and then they all have some pretty decent like. Okay, you can melt at UVH5 without having to mod in some fake gear. You know, AMON is fun. I do like AMON. I'm playing as AMON right now, actually. But I would be interested to see your build. I bet you'd come up with something pretty fun. I was gonna say, there's not a scythe for AMON, Matthias, but he does have like these twin axes that he can combine, which is pretty cool. Not quite a scythe, but you can still get some pretty good damage out of it. And then what is that? Hold on, so... Oh, fam, you're talking about Dying Light, the Beast. Because I heard Kyle Crane, I'm like, I know that name. Yeah, that's fun. That was going to be one of the games I played for September, but then when I found out, it was kind of like, if anything, I mean, it's almost like a glorified expansion that became a new game. You know, and it's like, I don't know. This makes me kind of itchy. So this is not the right spot. Oh, I'm so annoyed. So last night, I don't know if you guys have either heard about the books or the movies, but for years, like I have seen the Maze Runner movie many years ago. Maze Runner I thought was really awesome because of the premise and all that. And years later they came out with, of course, the sequels. So it's a trilogy, right? But you could never find the trilogy like on any one streaming service. You could find like the first and third movie, or the second and the first movie, or whatever. You never found the 1, 2, and 3. Well, finally, after all the, and trust me, because I've searched, after all these years, yesterday I found out that Netflix had 1, 2, and 3, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to watch all of these because I've never seen 2 or 3. I've only seen 1 a million times in preparation to be able to see the rest and figure it all out. But I've heard that there's a lot of disparity between the books and the movies. And so I was like, I want to buy the books. Like, I kind of want to buy the books now and read those. So, but I was like, this weekend, no matter what, I'm watching The Maze Runner, The Maze Runner Scourge Trials, and The Maze Runner Death Cure on Netflix. And no, this is not sponsored. But yeah, I definitely want to watch those. Okay, so this is not where the bunker's at. That is not where it's at. Oh, I'm so annoyed. You know what I need to do? Because this is just kind of one of those things. Let me just switch characters, look at the map, because none of the guides on the intranet are any good. And I'll just look for myself. Where is Callus and Craven's Nook? That's funny, Matthias. So you would be an AMON. That would be awesome. I'm running... Rafa's still my favorite. And I can't wait to create a Harlow and a Vex at some point. But I want to get this AMON up to... You know, up to his level 50 so I can get kind of final form going there. Alright, I was going to go do stuff. Let's see. Map. Now we're looking for the Order Bunker. Oh, it's way the dunk over here. Okay, so hold on. Who was I? Oh. I was going here. So it's actually way further south. So it's from Heritage Opus, not the Nightcap. So the Nightcap is actually due north of Heritage Opus, which is the same main street. So Heritage Opus and then due east. Balls. Okay, well, now we know. Well, since I'm here, and since I don't feel like doing this later, I'm going to go ahead and kill these 2 bounties so I can just get that out of the way. And then we'll switch back. Fam says I didn't touch the second game, so this one's fine by me. Okay, yeah, the second game, essentially the problem is that they were saying like it's just more of the same, except you do get to play as, of course, Kyle Crane. But yeah, that's interesting. Oh, why did I throw a knife? Sorry, I did the wrong thing. I'm over here thinking I have Ordinance again. Okay, can we remember how to play the game, please? Hey, who's that? Get out of here.
Well, don't look so surprised.
Whee! Okay, so that's one bounty done. Let's go get the second bounty done real quick, and then Bob's your uncle, as they say. We'll go to the nightcap right quick. Matthias is Inhuman. Did you happen to see they finally came out with prequel comics to Event Horizon? Oh, Event Horizon's so good. We had talked about this maybe months ago, right? The movie itself, gosh, it's Lawrence Fishburne and the dude from what's the dinosaur movie, Jurassic Park. Oh man, the dinosaur movie dude. My wife's laughing at me like, the dude from the dinosaur movie. I'm like, I don't know his name. I don't know like most famous people's names like that. Ooh, the Sparky Shield. When energy shield's not full, it periodically shocks enemies. When okay. Oh. Ooh. That's awesome. Prequel comics to Event Horizon. And they finally revealed the dark entity on the other side. Oh no, are you serious? So it was some sort of Lovecraftian entity. That's the thing. Like, I wasn't sure if it was like, hey, this is just like kind of like their own kind of like versions of hell they're experiencing. Or if it was actually like an entity. That is insane. Thank you so much. Yay, thank you, baby. My amazing wife made me some sandwiches because I was craving them. So good. So good. Nice. Okay, that is awesome. That is so cool. So are you gonna get these prequel comics, or how do you are you a comic guy? I know that you really like heroes and collecting movies, but do you collect like graphic novels and comics? Because you often bring up news about these things, so I've always wondered if you also collect these too. That is awesome, by the way. So it is an entity. That is neat. And I wasn't sure if it was. You know, I was never quite sure. I'm like, is it just another, you know? And that would explain why it was also kind of so, I mean, it was a little sadistic and kind of like, you could tell it was sentient in a way. So, but that's why it made me think like, maybe it's just their own little personalized, like, you know, horrors, because they're kind of going through it and they're kind of messing with stuff and dabbling with things like these reactors and stuff that were somehow like impacting reality and whatever else, you know. That's really cool. I love that. How come I can't? Can I track you, sir? I can't remember the name of it either, but yeah, I do remember. I saw that movie not too long ago, and then we talked about it, in fact. And I was saying how it was like, I was like, man, I did not remember how good that was. It was so good. Wait, what? I missed it? How did I drive through that? Event Horizon became the first ever to come close to the 40K universe. Nice. You know, that's one series as well that I wish I would have kind of like at some point in some capacity like experienced or like tried to experience, because there's such rich lore in that series that I'm just like, it's just, I feel like overwhelmed. Like, it's just too much to catch up on now, you know? That's how I feel, but I could probably jump in it because there's so many like side universes and this and that and whatever else, but okay, I don't know where these oh, is it him? Captain Say So? Okay, yeah, it was him. Okay, I was like, where did the bounty go? Okay, let me kill these guys real quick, and I'm gonna catch up on chat, and then we're gonna switch over our characters. We now know that we were way too far north, and because the alt system right now is not 100% user friendly and organic and intuitive, there's, you know, a few growing pains, and to me it's not a reason to write a freaking essay or make a video about, but I probably should start doing that. I'm just kidding. I would never. What is happening? Why is the dog so mad? He's an invincible doggy. Oh, okay. I keep forgetting my rotation because I've been playing AMON so much. Whoa, no squeaky. Oh gosh, he just landed on my head. Okay, I need to kill this guy so I can take a bite of my sandwich and then read Matthias's chat. Oh, that's speed, loader, and ricochet, so that's not gonna cut it. Darn it. That could have been. Yes, I'm going to use my action skill for one character because he shot me. I'm angry. Die. Okay.
Smoking kills, folks.
Smoking does kill. I do not endorse smoking. This is the Wire Works and the Divisioner. So I need to go to Heritage Opus and then Callus. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Bite real quick. Oh. I used to be a comic graphic novel guy and book guy, but unfortunately not so much anymore. I only mentioned it because it popped in my YouTube feed, and of course being Lovecraft and horror, it caught my attention. Oh yeah. That is so cool. The fact that they're bringing back something like that, I really like that. They're bringing that back in a big way. Then, you know, hopefully it drives people back to the movie. You know, one of I would say pretty confidently one of my favorite kind of sci-fi horrors of all time is The Thing. And there are so many books, and I want to own them because I think I read like 2 or 3 of them. But my absolute one that I've always wanted to read and have yet to read is a book about The Thing, yet it's from The Thing's perspective. And that to me is like, oh my gosh. And I haven't actually actively tried either, but I haven't been able to get my hands on it, but all I gotta do is look it up. But it's one that I've learned about that I would love to read and kind of just add to that like collection that I want to have. I want to have a collection like all those like sci-fi horror books that I really enjoy, and I really want all of The Thing books. I mean, I just think that something from that perspective of that creature would just be so eye-opening, and to see that I'm like, yes, I am here for that. I want to know what it's all about, you know? Oh gosh. I look away for a half a second and miss my knife throw. Alright, so now I'm good because at least I cleared my bounties, so we need to go to Heritage Opus and then due east. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch characters, take another bite of my sandwich. Look at this sandwich, guys. My gosh. Peppered turkey, provolone cheese, artisan bread. God, it's a good time to be alive. I love it. I'm currently drinking bitter melon tea. That sounds good. That sounds good. I love tea. More so than I like coffee. This is so good. I'm so sorry. I'm just very hungry. I've been up since early, so when I wake up, depending on like if it's not a typical work day, because this morning my schedule was entirely different and my daughter's off. So remember I told you we have like a long weekend, so I didn't have to drive anybody to school or anything. But Matthias says George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead used to be my favorite horror movie. Oh, it's so good. Until I saw John Carpenter's The Thing. Oh yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Love it. First Fright. I love that. You know, I wish the scary games for this year would have come out in October. They really loaded them up in September, right? Because I would love to do a scary game. Remember, I will never forget, actually. I remember very distinctly. I was late night streaming Dead Space and I was just having a fit. Like every time something, I was just so scared. Because it was dark and it was, you know, Dead Space is this thing where you feel truly alone. And it's an amazing thing that it can accomplish. I don't know how they do it, but gosh, it's good at creating that sense of like, yep, I am alone, that foreboding sense. And you think of space and how massive it is and damn near infinite. And then you're like, what, like me in this infinite expanse? I'm this little tiny thing? Like, oof. That's scary. Gets you thinking. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try and drive and eat at the same time. Ooh, okay. I apologize for the gameplay. That's a good sandwich. Bitter melon tea. Matthias, like, what's your favorite like drink of choice? I am gonna tag this. I do enjoy a nice tea, but why am I shooting? What am I doing? I played with Rafa for 2 seconds and I forgot my entire rotation. I was gonna say, I know you're dead, sir. And you? One shot. Alright, let me at him. Let me at him. I really don't understand why they do that. They're always rushing seasons and holidays ahead of time. Thankfully, I pre-ordered Tormented Soul, so at least I still have a horror game to play on. Yes. Did you ever beat the first one? I heard it was really like an homage to those kind of earlier tank-like control Resident Evils, you know? And it was really appealing to me. But it looked great visually. And I think for one point in time it was like $2 or something really cheap, and I think I own it. I may not have bought it, but I thought I did because it was like incredible. I was like, whoa, why is it so cheap? And I wanted to play it. And then when they announced the sequel, I was like, oh man, now I'm really behind. Now I'm really behind. I was gonna say, yeah, let me just alt fire this and end it now. Why is this bulkhead so... Oh, he's a badass. He's a bad arse. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Like, it's like they get ahead of themselves, and then you really don't have very many scary games to choose in the month of October. I don't know. Oh, hi. We meet again. I thought I heard something over there. Hanky boy, okay. What is hitting me? Okay. Thank you. We need to get a better shield, guys. And one that gives us overshield, kind of like not only bigger amounts, but better chance of getting overshield as well, because I don't like being downed so much. I don't. Okay, why can't I jump up on this thing? Oh gosh. Because the holiday months is packed full of AAA games like COD, for example. So yeah, so they avoid October a lot. You know, the funny thing is, like clockwork, for the longest time, I think it was like November, the month of November, that they would yearly, like clockwork, drop a new COD game. And it was like a yearly thing. And I remember there are some people, when I did work in corporate, like they'd take days off around that time each year just so they can play it on the release of the stupid game. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it does make sense. And I don't know why, but historically the winter months have been, and it might be because that's when a lot of purchasing happens over here in the West. But oh nice, Matthias, I beat the first one just a few weeks ago to try and hurry before the second game came out. How did you like it? Like, how would it fare, like in terms of like quality to like a Resident Evil game, for example? In your opinion, of course. All right. Oh my. Echo, you little crazy guy. Sending me every which way. Can we make it? Barely. Oh. Okay, I really need to eat my sandwich. Mmm. Oh, lovely creeps.
We shall train in blood.
Wait a second, I almost jumped off. Oh, nice, I found it. Okay, I didn't actually find it yet, but it's been found somehow. It's been discovered. That's what happened to Code Violet, as I had said previously. It was supposed to release in October, but the devs didn't want to compete with Behemoth Cash Grab Giant that is COD. That's insane. I told you guys when I make a game, I'm gonna release it whenever the hell it's supposed to come out. I don't care if they got, I don't care what it is coming out. I'm gonna be, because I'm gonna put, of course I'd put my best foot forward. I'd put my best against somebody else's any day. So it's like, why would I change the day, you know? I'm not gonna change the day to accommodate some other behemoth or somebody that has monopoly in the system. Absolutely not.
Do not set a challenge you cannot complete.
Wait, okay, hold on.
Meat's ready.
Oh, I missed a good chat. It's just that I was trying to read it. Despite how stupid it is, it's still a huge game and people still buy it nonetheless, especially parents get for their kids. Oh yeah. At this point, I mean, it's like it's a household name, like, oh, Call of Duty. Sadly. But yeah. Hey man, to each their own, right? You can like whatever you like. I just don't like it. After the 15th game, I think I was about done. Am I even going the right way? I kill stuff. Just gotta shoot.
I said it.
Just gonna shoot stuff and hopefully this works. Seemed correct. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Okay. I was like, it seems wrong. So I circled around too early. Okay. If I remember correctly, this is the stupid order bunker that I made some mistakes on. I could not find the canister for the longest period. Now it's just right here in front of me, but it's right there. But it was something that took me quite some time when I was first seeking an entrance. Come at me, bro. Tormented Souls was decent, but you can tell it copies or tries to be like the original survivor horror archetype. That's the original Resident Evil. But it has 180. Oh, it has a 180. You know that some of the later ones did too. Like I think I want to say like even 2 and 3 had a 180 turn, like a quick 180. And I was like, oh yeah.
The order is broken. Save yourself.
Definitely heavily inspired by
How they blaze.
the original horror archetype. I love that. I like the way you worded that too. Archetype is such a great word. Clarion Ward. I mean, if anything, it's this damn turrets that actually pose a threat. If I'm not mistaken, we're probably going to be able to get Hot Slugger from this guy. Maybe not. So at least it has more quality of life than Chronos and Silent Hill F. That came out however many years later. My gosh. 180 turn. You need that in a horror game.
Unborder soldiers seek defense.
Oh no, he kicked me. Oh, you're alive still, sir? How did you survive that?
I know your weakness, order villain. Death.
Am I back up? I am back up. Oh, darn it! Can somebody get close to me? There you go. I might die, but I refuse. I switched to my alt fire, which can melt at a pretty decent range for that Hellfire SMG I have, so it's pretty good. Pimp says, or maybe just like the Dying Light, the 180 slow-mo look back while being chased is such a cool thing. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Dying Light's always had some pretty good movement though because of the emphasis on like the parkour. It's always had such decent movement in my opinion. I played the first one. Loved it. In fact, that was one of my best videos I ever made on my first channel. It was about Dying Light and how to find like certain like just tips and how to like kind of get going and find good stuff. And I'll never forget Excalibur. You had to hold this, you know, hold the interact button for like, I don't know, I think it was like 5 minutes, and then you'd pull out the Excalibur sword. I just loved that. They always have great Easter eggs, and they always pay homage to these really fun games as well. And you can usually get some really good stuff. Like this, the loot in general is so awesome. I saw a vial. Oh, it's you. How the heck did you get behind me? I'm about to die. No. I'm trying something here. I'm totally gonna die. I'm so stubborn. That's my fault. Fam says, yep, that's what we lost in Dying Light 2. The Beast brought everything back. Oh, okay, cool. So I didn't play Dying Light 2, so I didn't realize that. So that was actually a thing. Some of the movement and stuff. That's what made it so fun and unique to me, actually. But yeah, man. Dying Light, the first one in particular, it was unlike anything you'd seen. Like a zombie game at that time. Like that's, you know, you're used to like the, almost like the campy Capcom version. They have a little long-standing series. I mean, there's some pretty good ones, but they're all decent. But that was just, you know, when nighttime came, like there was nothing like that. I feel like, oh man, I'm screwed. And that was a really cool feeling. To be like, you know what? I'm scared of the dark. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? This time we won't die to that vial. I spammed and just lazily because I was like, yeah, I'll die, but then I'll get second wind. Didn't work. It did not work that way. What's up, Marcus? Marcus says, hi, my friend. Hi, chat. How we all doing? Doing great for a Friday. It's an excellent day. Having a blast, actually. Just ate a sandwich, so man, I'm in a good mood. I was hungry, and now I feel great for the 8. Who's behind? Oh, well, okay, it's just you. Never mind. I thought I heard somebody fast forward, but that's my shield that's proccing and or activating and deactivating, I guess. Aha! Sir? Sir? Okay, you're too strong. How you doing today? How are you and Susanna? This fine Friday. I was gonna say evening, but not quite evening for us. Okay. Fam says the sad thing that Dying Light was supposed to be very much different from the final release. Really? Really? I see, my mate. Mark subscribed. Dying Light 2. Oh, Dying Light 2 was supposed to be different from the final. Okay. And then it looks like they ended up... They were going to create an expansion, actually. But then the Beast became its own standalone title. Oh, I totally missed the first part of your chat. I only saw you say, hi, my friend. Hi, chat. How we all doing? And I see nothing else. I think it's cutting off. It eats your chats, and it eats Matthias's chats. It definitely eats your guys' chats. What? Yeah, I don't see any other notification or anything like that. I'm looking at my feed and I'm looking at my chat. I see nothing. I see nothing.
I'm sure I'll find a use for this somehow.
I'll find a use for this somehow. Is this the... Oh no. Is this the right one? I hope this is the right one. I may have actually messed this up as well. I cannot multitask, guys. I apologize, but it's not one of my strong suits, as they say. But no, Marcus, I have no clue what the first half of your message was. Then I didn't see anything but you saying hi. I didn't see that Mark subscribed either. That's so weird. I see my mate Mark subscribe. I don't see that. All right, let's go get us a hot slugger and get us a nice new primary. Coast to coast. Space ghost. Ooh, hold on. Oh, it's a shotgun. Why does that look like... It's a shotgun, but it's Malawan's wide. But I was gonna say, why does that look like my heavy ordnance? But it's not. I did. I don't know how I missed it in chat. Dying Light 2 got struggled during the development. The final release of the game is way different from what they show in the gameplay trailer. It reminds me of Bleak Faith Forsaken or whatever it's called. Oh! I remember this gentleman. But I pretty much have unlimited ammo as long on single target. This is pretty juicy. I'm dead though, that's fine. Need this little brother. Where'd you go? I'm just gonna shoot until I win. Yay! Nice. How's everybody doing? Oh, I didn't even get to ask Marcus, how are you doing today? How are you and Susanna? Okay, I like that. We'll get us a new primary. And I really like the Hellfire weapon, but farming the boss would be a pain. Also, I don't know which character would make the most use out of this weapon. I enjoy it, but it is, you know, sub-level 50. So ideally I don't want to run with too low, you know, level weapons, but we'll see. Before I forget again, Inhuman, did you see Ninja Gaiden 4 is going to have adaptive difficulty like the Resident Evil 4 remake? So the better you do it, kicking ass, the harder the enemies. Oh yeah, I saw that. Which is actually really scary because if you're doing a challenge run, like either you're gonna die a lot and they might be a little easier on you, or if you're doing really well, like it gets even harder. So I'm a little nervous because I am gonna do a challenge run on Ninja Gaiden, and it's either gonna be the hardest difficulty possible, or if we can find a wooden sword, we'll do wooden sword only kind of thing. So we're gonna make it really hard and we're gonna beat it, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. You know what I should have done this entire time? Pull this bad boy up. Come at me, bro. Why are the balls bouncing off? I don't get that. What were they bouncing off of? Couldn't be my own shield. I shoot through my own shield all the time. But yeah, that adaptive difficulty. I saw a trailer and I literally got goosebumps. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. I saw a trailer for the combat for Ryu, and I love Ryu. He's one of the most badass heroes and ninjas I've ever seen in all of gaming. And then I saw Yakumo, but with Ryu, I literally was like, oh my god, I had like chills. I was like, that looks incredible. And there's just nothing like the Inazuna drop or the Izuna drop or whatever it is. I forget what the name of the weapon is, but that, you know, kind of textbook, like you knock them up in the air and then you juggle them and then you spin around and slam them on their heads. I'm like, ooh, signature move. I think it's the Izuna drop. But it's interesting that Yakumo can do the Izuna drop. I'm like, you're not part of the clan, brother. Like, what? How do you know how to do this? I think they're gonna try and bring like this. They call it like the Black Raven clan or whatever, and it probably is tied to the Dark Dragon and the cult that was around it. And I'm sure because of the recent Ninja Gaiden like 2D release, that they now have like the Black Spider clan and being able to play as some of those characters. So there's definitely going to be some new story elements, I guess, they're going to try and tie in and retcon. The only thing is, I think it's really interesting that the developers were like, you know, we want to incorporate or bring in and appeal to a newer or younger audience, because, you know, so much time has passed. But it's like, you say that, but I mean, Ryu's badass as it is. It's not like it's some old guy and then you bringing back an old guy and trying to be like, trust me, he's cool. Like, he's a really developed and well fleshed out character. But they brought Yakumo in, which I thought was really interesting, because it's like, I don't think he's like necessarily ticking any additional boxes. He's still, I don't know, he's still like a ninja-esque character, so I'm not sure what they're trying to go for design-wise, but you can, after you beat the game, choose to play through any mission with any character. So I do enjoy that at least, but at the same time it's a little annoying because it's like, that means that you know that Ryu's impact in the story is going to be more like, he's going to be like mentoring from afar or whatever, you know? More of like an antagonistic force because you're playing as Yakumo, and then you're going to realize, oh, he's actually a good guy, you know? It's going to be like that. I'm like, eh. So does that bother me a bit? Yes. Yes, it does. Will I get over it? Oh. I don't mind a new character, but you're not going to one-up Ryu. Ryu Hayabusa is one of the most legendary ninjas of all time. In game. Forever. Since like, I don't know, 30 years at least. I cannot wait, Matthias. I'm gonna do a really frustrating challenge run that's gonna make me so mad I might even rage, but it's gonna be worth it. The game's gonna be phenomenal and it's hugely anticipated, and the original OG is back. The GOAT is back to kick ass. Not even worry about taking it. Oh, he's not. You know, he's all about chewing gum and kicking ass, and he's all out of bubble gum. I cannot wait. So I will quickly try and get through so that we can do like a Ryu only run or something, because like Ryu is my favorite ninja. Him and Hatsuma are probably the best. Joe Hayabusa's okay. I mean, he's all right. That's Ryu's dad. But Joe, I don't remember the name of the Shinobi characters anymore. It's also Joe, but there is a Joe. Dang it! Hatsuma? It's Hatsuma's father. But whoever the character is for Shinobi, it's also a Joe, if I'm not mistaken. Absolute badass. Hatsuma was awesome in the PS2 version of Shinobi, but it ended up being like kind of like he kind of had like a very brief kind of role in the entire series, and then they did the girl version, Kunoichi, which was kind of like a spiritual successor to Shinobi. I didn't get to play that one, but I always wanted to. But yeah, a bunch of great games. Man, it's gonna be Ninja November at this point. I am down. Oh, I'm alive. Okay, what? Oh, okay, I'm dead again. Oh wait, now I'm dead. Can you summon some bros, bro? Like, I'm gonna die. There's nobody to kill there. Like the Devil May Cry games that you play as Nero. Ooh, Devil May Cry 2. And they actually almost retconned that, because what happened is in Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3, you were Dante. But they then retconned it and be like, no, in Devil May Cry 2, you're Nero. You're not Dante. That's why. Just because the fans happen to react very negatively to that, they made it seem as if it's a whole new character, and then they actually created a whole Nero character, and then you saw Devil May Cry 4 playing as Nero and all that. Then you finally get to play as 5 as Dante again, and I mean, you could play as Dante anyways, but I'm just saying, like, you know, a lot of times that you actually had a whole other character. And then they tried tying in lore-wise. This kind of got goofy for me, but Devil May Cry is a fun game. I honestly enjoy the reboots better. The reboots play better to me, like, sue me, but the reboot of Devil May Cry plays far better than any of the original Devil May Cry installments. Ninja Theory's or Team Ninja's version is far superior. I think it's Ninja Theory. Far superior in gameplay. It's just night and day difference of how well it plays. But that's my opinion. Sue me. Am I blocking that? It is going through. Okay, it was just bad. Oh my gosh. Give me a legendary. punch. Sir, I can't see anything. Remember that one time when a legendary fell through the floor because I killed the boss and he fell on his tummy? If that happens today, I don't know what I'll do. Ryu Hayabusa is all out of chewing gum. He is all out of chewing. I cannot wait. Like, I saw it and I actually got chills when I was watching the gameplay. Because whoever's playing, first off, is quite the badass. And they're kind of kind of like the person that plays Phantom Blade Zero and does all those gameplay showcases. A little bit of a showboater, but I love it because, like, yes, showcase how badass you can do. He got hit one time that entire demo. And then in the demo, it was like a 20-minute gameplay demo for, I believe it was Yakumo. He got hit like, he was doing perfect, no damage, and then he got torn up at this last sequence. I'm like, if the guy that's showcasing the game, that's actually really good at the game, because you can tell, is getting his ass beat in the gameplay showcase demo, that's going to be rough. Because he was playing at, it was like high difficulty, high skill showcase, gameplay showcase, and I was like, whoo. I was sweating at the end of that. I was like, man, this is crazy looking. Megatron! Come on. I don't like this move. I don't care if you kill me. I'm gonna kill you first. Mine's bigger than yours.
I've made barbecue.
Barbecue. Sequencer. I like it. I like it. Alright, we'll get some legendaries before long. C-beam. But why? Yeah, the Phantom Blade Zero showcase guy got hit once, right? Yeah, that's what was happening with the Ninja Gaiden guy, and like he got hit at the end, like in this really tough sequence where there's a bunch of, I can tell, elite enemies. And I was like, damn, he got tore up at the end, but he was like flawlessly parrying and doing all these things. I was like, yes. And then he got destroyed at the end and made it, but I was like, whoa, like, if it's that hard, it's gonna be a blast. I cannot wait. Oh, lovely, because I vaulted up on the damn computer screen. Get wrecked, engines. What move is this? We will fight in the shade. Megatron. I win.
You silly bastards.
Oh, we need a new shield as well, so maybe I don't need to just be running through the shield so quickly. Let's take a look. So we'll look at shields. We'll look for a better rep kit, maybe an order rep kit with some go-go gadget. Go-go gadget. 2026 is going to be incredible because we have Code Vein 2, we have Mortal Shell 2, we have Neo 3, we have Phantom Blade 0, we have Crimson Dirt, or what is it called? Crimson Dust or something like that. Damn it, I forgot what it's called again. Crimson Desert or something like that. We got some crazy games coming out. We're not gonna quite have like our Zhang Kui or anything just yet. That'll be in later releases. And even that cool game that I told Matthias about several weeks ago, it was like, it had the title was Chinese initially, but it's like Sword of Justice, Justice Swords or something like that. And it's like about this like mage guy or whatever. It's amazing games coming out. I don't believe that'll be 2026 release either, but Beasts of Reincarnation, all those coming out possibly post 2026. But I can tell you for sure that for Souls-likes, even Onimusha is not quite a Souls-like, but it'll be very good, and people that are new to the genre are going to think it's a Souls-like anyway. So, but I love Onimusha. The series, the entire trilogy was just fantastic. The third one was actually my least favorite because of the introduction of that one character, Renault, whatever, the French dude, but it is what it is. Samanosuke is still awesome. Jubei is probably my favorite though, but you have those, you know, again, Code Vein, Mortal Shell 2, Onimusha, Neo 3. I mean, we're gonna be busy, and I cannot wait. And there's others that I'm not even remembering that are coming out as well, so I am just excited about it. I haven't, fam. Like, I'm so bad at that. Like, once I'm done, like, working, like, unless I have, like, a lot of free time, like, I'm not doing a lot of, like, I'll do, like, research, but it's usually on things that I have to focus on or whatever. And I forget, like, Matthias was like, hey, you checked in that trailer? I'm like, oh, no. So I have to, like, make it a point. If you can remind me of it, I'll look it up here immediately after, and then we can talk about it, because I will, off stream quick, but we can talk about it, because I just forget. I know it's in my notepad somewhere, but I have 5 notepads right next to me, to the left of me. And I know that the notepad that I wrote it in is definitely somewhere in that pile. But it's like pages and pages of notes that I have from conversations we have and just different things like that. Walkthrough notes. But I don't remember the name of it. I know it's something like the name, when you say it, I'll definitely recognize it, but I have not looked at, you know, Ballad of Antara was another kind of game that we had looked up, and like, is this real? Like, so there's a few games that I'm questionable about, but then there's others that I know are going to be fantastic, which I've mentioned already like 6 times. So we're talking about the Code Veins and the Neo 3s and the Onimushas. Those are going to be games that are just going to be absolutely a treat to play, and all these little Elden Ring pros are gonna literally need to change their shorts after they get to see these games.
Welcome to remember, mental health is also important.
$20 million. Okay, we need some overshield. Like more, thank you. Dead. Ugh. Is he a fire boy? Well, I don't think I'll be able to kill him in time. Let's see. How about you? How did he change to radiation? Or oh! How did he change to corrosion so quickly? Corrosive. Give it to me. Complex root. I don't think that's a dedicated drop for this. Not that I know of. Let me see. What's this dude's name again? Craven's Nook. No, it's not his name. His name is Callus. Callous. O-U-S, thank you. He drops the Kaleidoscope, which is a shotgun. What? Oh, the Atling gun is what I was looking for. And Hot Slugger. Kaleidosplode. So I got the root, which is not it's complex root. This is not a drop that you would typically get from this fool. Oh, this is what you get from Mimikron, if I'm not mistaken. Look at that. Look at it. Just look at it. Why do I love this? Really looking forward to the story of that game. Ooh, Tides of Annihilation. Is that coming out 2026? I'll have to go back through my gamer's notebook and find... Hold on, find the ridiculous list of games that are coming out, and then I'm waiting on. There's just so many. We also can't forget about Tides of Annihilation. I cannot wait. Like now, even the in India nuts their own games. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, there's so many different people coming onto the scene now. Tides of Annihilation is gonna be great. Well, Complex Root looks beautiful, and look at this. Only thing is now it's sub level 50, which is gonna piss me off. It's shock and it's a Malawan. That is really cool. I mean, I enjoy that, but I don't like that it's sub level 50. That makes me disgusted. Because then I have to go get another one because I'm weird. I have to have like level 51 of everything, you know? That's okay. Is that a Hyperion? I saw that familiar reload. I don't think it's Hyperion. I think it's Malawan, actually. Let me just double check again. It might have a Hyperion. Yeah, it has Hyperion shield on it. So if we look at it, when we look... Oh, interesting. When we aim down the sights, it doesn't give us the shield. So what does it have instead? Hyperion... Damage to gun shields amplifies gun damage. But where is said shield? Oh, using the wrong weapon. I guess that helps too. I can't tell if there's a shield, but yeah, you see the red on the outside. Boom, that red right there. Because we're aiming down the sights as a sniper, you can't see the periphery, but yeah, it definitely has a shield on it. Yeah. That's cool. It does have Hyperion license. Tony Caruso! Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Let's see. So we have Hyperion and Malawan. It's definitely a Malawan weapon. It just happens to have... It's manufactured by them, but we got the license for Hyperion. Which is fine. Whatever. It's whatever. Ow, my head. Whoops. Nope. Nope. Okay, there you go. I'm just tanking it, sir. I'm stronger than you. No, I'm not. I'm dead. How is he doing this? How is he so good? Give me my health back. And yes, I could heal and blah, blah, blah. Or I could just do that. I'd rather risk it. A badoink? This is a badoink, guys. Shrapnel rockets. Of course that's Torg. Torg has like the weirdest names. We need the badoinks. I would like a dedicated drop from this clown, considering we've killed him at least 6 or 7 times. Also, guys, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm having such a great time on this Friday. Fun day Friday, and it's the morning start off fantastic. Just having a really good time and super excited to have you guys here. For the longest time, since like June and onward, we had double-digit viewership, which is just huge for me. I've been trying to grow my streaming community for so long, and it just means so much to have you guys here. The last week or so, it had been like just a handful of subscribers, like just, you know, like up to maybe 7, maybe 8 people, and now we're back up to like 12 or 10. It's like, so it's really exciting. I really appreciate that, and you guys are awesome, and you could be anywhere else, but you're here, and I absolutely love that. So thank you so much for being so awesome. I think I'm gonna go turtle. And we're gonna drop this. I'm down with the turtle for now. Matthias says, my wife just told me our cable receivers just doubled in price from 15 to 30 from our cable provider. I'm like, oh really? So now we get to pay even more for ads. Oh my gosh. Of course. Of course you do. That's insane. Did you hear Grandma Torg telling her story like for half an hour in B2? I don't remember. I know that I played a lot of B2. It's just been so long. I don't remember anything. I remember I didn't even remember who Zero was, and Zero's like literally really awesome, like stealthy ninja-ish character. That's why I played as well. And whenever Matthias says like, you know, that sounds like something, it sounds familiar, but I don't know. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, I do remember Zero. But yeah, it's just been so long since I played, you know? There was a 10-minute long side quest, a secret side quest that I just completed last night, and I completed every single one of the side quests on my Rafa file. And it's pretty funny, man. I was actually laughing my tail off. What the heck? Couldn't see anything. It was really funny. I mean, it was like the wordiest freaking side quest ever. I just about lost my mind. No, I don't want to die. No legendary? Oh. That's not risky boots. Well, you know, I'd consider a looming baler is actually lots of fun. One of my favorite shotguns early on, when I first started playing as Rafa, I absolutely loved the looming baler, but I've graduated from that since. Grandma Torg, that's hilarious. Can I get a purple ordnance, please? Like, what is happening here? Purple ordnance. Why are we getting blues and greens and grays? So now with the 11,000 shield, I'm happy with that. That makes me pleased. I do need to go ahead and use the specialization point. I'm gonna keep pumping it into Gadgeteer until we have everything nice and unlocked here. And then we'll start going into maybe some movement speed, honestly. Gun damage is also going to be huge because we can take 50% of the gun damage for ordnance damage. So it's a matter of, do we want to go quality of life or do we want to go ass kickery? You know? And what do you guys think? I'm
The timekeeper's
guess.
servant.
Make one guess. Why am I... How is my little things bouncing off me? My own shield. You get out of here, sir. How is it bouncing off? It shouldn't do that. Okay, it's going through. Don't do it. Hey, you're dead. Give me the gold. I have more money on... Oh, I should be looking at these. I should definitely be looking at these. Once we get a few more points, we can go ahead and invest them into... At this point, it'll be Primal Surge, which can further enhance our ability to sustain infinite uptime for the Heavy Ordnance, which I'm super excited about. Sell the junk. The beach trash. I like the beach trash song in the beginning.
The timekeeper's servants have returned.
Okay. Oh, so it does go through. It doesn't last very long. Darn it. Can I hit him from here? Ugh. Oh, balls. Okay, gotcha. Whoa! Good thing that the grouping on that kind of flak shrapnel shot thing that's very reminiscent of Unreal Tournament has some crazy grouping, even though it's like a buckshot type. So, I'm gonna die. Why? I can't see anything. He came through too late. How many millions am I losing now from a death? I would say 1 to 2 million maybe at level 45. 2 million. Okay.
My bloody work continues.
Very well then. Very well then. All I need is a little bit more points so we can max out the bank. Her actual name is Grandma Flexington, and she's the one who raised Torg after his parents died. Oh man, I part of me wants to go back. Like, I want to be able to find the Pandora edition and get every single Borderlands game. Because I would like to go back and, if not play them in some way, like just have them, own them, you know, from a collector's. Because, you know, it could be that oftentimes going back to an older game that has had so many adjustments and improvements, like it's like, ooh, it's a real pain to play through because it didn't age, you know, it didn't survive the aging as well. But I feel like most of them would still play pretty okay. But the movement you have here in the kind of the semi-open world, the open world gameplay is just gonna feel so weird when you go back to like a more linear style experience. I think it'd be, you're like, whoa, this is very limiting. Hold on a sec. What kind of alt shot was that? Spread launcher. Yeah, we like those. Let's equip that just for fun. Spread launcher, single shot, crit with you know, all the amp and stuff is apparently pretty sought after. And again, it's a Baylor. Those are always fun. I find those a little bit better than gosh, I forget. It's like not Daedalum, but it's not Daedalus either. It's the Jacobs version. It's Dullahan, I think. Beach trash.
Shield deployed.
Yeah, oh my gosh. The beach trash. Beach trash. You saw the damage in your register, right? Because I just, you know, shot him hard. Yes. Yes, I did. The beach trash. Go on. Let's see. I think B1 is probably the one that will get pretty petty to play. Even 2 still fine to this day. Pretty rough to play. Okay, and B3 I mean is I think would play fine too. It's okay. And see, man, Borderlands 2 is the one I'm most familiar with. Like I didn't even beat Borderlands 3. I'm pretty sure. I own it on this console too, but I know that I had a physical edition. But I think I own it digitally because maybe it was like a game of the month or something at some point, and I do believe I have. The spread launcher's face. That hurt. The spread launcher's pretty good. The beach trash. How long does it take to bloody reload? The beach trash. B2 and on is fine, plays fine. The first game though, yeah, it's pretty rough. I don't think I played the first game. I don't think I ever played Borderlands 1. I remember I was like, I wasn't really sold on what it was trying to do, but in retrospect, I love the fact that they took like, you know, it wasn't, I don't know, like that's, I think during the time, like when you had all these like kind of very standard typical first person shooters and they did something a little different, but I wasn't really sold on it. And I was like, oh, cell shaded on a shooter? Like how dumb is that? And they had a few of those at the time, of course, but there's nothing quite like it. And I was like, I never really gave it a shot. And then I really enjoyed 2, like a lot. Beach trash. Can I get a dedicated drop, brother? Oh, he went right through my shield. I missed like 18 shots. Where are you? Ugh! Spread launcher in the face. Quick scope, quick scope. I love that this is the ideal scope for the shotgun, damn it. I hate when the Jacobs has a zoom. I'm like, gross. It's so gross to me. Yay. Oh, I heard something. The kickball. Why are we getting non-dedicated drops? This looming Baylor is going to be a monster. Even at level 45, it's still going to be very good. The spread launcher is just so nasty on it. Okay, so I got a kickballer, guys. I mean, what? Why? Secondary fire consumes assault rifle ammo. Okay. The dataless license on it? This thing has killed me so many times, though. It just looks sick. It looks way cooler than my ice one. Oh gosh, they're everywhere. And that would kill armor. The other one had a kind of a cooldown COV license that I hated. I like this, and it's stronger, so I enjoy that. That's fun for me. I'm gonna favorite this. Thing's freaking awesome. Again, I said that I graduated from Baylor, but I mean I didn't. The Baylor weapons, that is, not Baylor University. That's a college over here in my state, in my part of the world. It's a uni. 2 is like the one that where they refined and improved everything, and B2 is the game that put Gearbox on the Pantheon. Oh, for sure. Definitely. And I think Borderlands 3, I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't like it for some reason. I don't know why. I just didn't finish it because there was other games I started creating content at the time, so I didn't really have time to like play casually as much anymore. So that's why I didn't get to play it as much. But I always thought that was really strange. Like, it was like people just hated it. I don't know why. A lot of people talk about the story, but I'm like, okay, is the gameplay there at least? And oh, whoops, what am I doing? So I think, do I lose all my 7 shots when I do my spread shot, maybe? And having a Baylor with more than 2 shots, thing of beauty. Oh, did I just miss everything? What happened there? Die! This dude, man, they're being so cheap with the drops. And then I get a legendary. Burt's Bees. I have like 50 of these. But you know, I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually shot it before. Wow. That's interesting. What's the gimmick on this? Flamethrower, fires a flamethrower, Jacobs. Okay, let's just have some fun. Got Bird's Bees, got Hellfire, we got the Jacobs spread shot launcher. The Jacobs spread shot launcher. I like the fact that it's on a Baylor. It makes it so much more meaningful to me because I don't like the double hand very much.
Why don't you come on back?
Come on back. Is it gonna do anything to him? That's cool, but whatever. Beach trash. They love giving me SMGs while I've been on AMON. No, you don't, sir. No, you don't.
Transcend your synthetic
I'm getting everything but a dedicated drop. Like, I have not received one dedicated legendary drop from this clown with the frozen nards. I just don't understand why that is. But I'm really, I'm quite pleased with the spread shot on the spread launcher on the looming Baylor. I love Baylor. Like, that's just a great weapon. Deadeye and some Ordinance, why not? Can save that for later. We'll get, I wouldn't mind a hot slugger, and then there's something called the Atling gun to see if that's any good. It's a heavy ordnance that we can use specifically for this, you know, obviously this build we got going, so. And the more we level and the more we grind, we're gonna be able to really just get what we're looking for in terms of our specializations, all the points we need to invest. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll be junking that, honestly. I have a level 50 when I'm sure. This is a fun weapon. I'll need to get an upgraded version of it though. Really the only weapon that matters is this one right here. My level 35 legendary enhancement, when I just can't seem to get one on my Rafa that I've been playing for 100 hours. I think so. It's probably that. It's nasty. It's pretty much like almost like the, you know, you just, it's a one shot, like almost like you're shooting through a PVC pipe, and then it's just like, all right. Then you reload. Oh my! Did you see that health? Did you see that damage? His entire shield went away. His entire shield just got melted. Delete. That was insane. I bet if I spec'd into it, I did amp and whatever else. Ooh, could we get a one-shot kill? Like a true one-shot? I think so. I think we're gonna get a possible one-shot. And if I go with Rafa, can you imagine? If I just gave Rafa that shotgun, which I could easily do, I think some things would be really sad. There'd be a lot of sad bosses. Well, nothing like some blues and greens, you know, just to spruce things up. But I'll show you Hot Slugger. I actually own a few in my bank, but I'm not going to go back to the bank. I'm just going to show you when we get one, because we're going to get a legendary one in this next go-round. Because that's what's going to happen. The beach trash. Let's go for the crit. Oh gosh. Wasn't quite as good as the last one though. Oh, my face. Come here, sir. Come to me, darn it. Oh, face. Give me.
Your makers for improvement.
Dedicated, brother. Also, I'd like a go-go gadget rep kit, please. And I'd like you to move your body so I can see what's behind you. Okay. What is going on with the dedicated drops? Not one from this guy. I'm getting dedicated drops from other bosses. No world drops necessarily, but Birds and Bees I think drops specifically from another boss. I don't remember. I could look it up. We have the sheet up, but that sheet will be very helpful for you guys when you start farming your weapons. The beach trash. That was decent, but about the same as last time, a little bit less. I also need to upgrade them. I need to go to the other vaults. Just open those other vaults up, beat the bosses, because I require maxed out glider, please. Who's texting me? Darn it. Purple? It's not purple. Dang it. I would like to try some other ordnance, and if I could get an improved version of the mallow one that I'm running, which is level 35, now 10 levels below my current level, that would be pretty decent.
Hit me as hard as you can.
The balls.
I can't be killed, you silly bastard.
Oh, hey, I'm back. Darn it to heck. Okay, so none of that stuff's even gonna be worth looking at. This one. Ooh. Man, that would be monstrous if I could. If it was like, does that even fire the same way mine does? Let's try it out. That actually looks different. Just for giggles. We'll see how it fires. I don't think it's the same type of heavy ordnance, and it could be that there's two variants for maybe every manufacturer, and that, you know, I haven't really tested, so let's see. $25 million. It's the same. It's just really fast projectiles. So this would be, yeah, projectile speed. Okay, so they have a lot of different naming conventions, which does make it a little confusing for me. That's a wind shear, but then I got rain band. The DPS on that is nice, but a lot of times they account for the projectile speed as well as a big part of the DPS, and then when you go out and try it in the field, white. As devastating as we thought. Damn! That was some good damage. I wish I could have like spread launcher double barrel. Oh no, that's the Atling gun, I know it. Ooh. Let's try it. Ooh, I'm excited. Looks nice. Ooh, I can't wait. Okay. Let's go shoot something. Finally, I got a dedicated drop. It's gotta be the Atling gun. Very few heavy ordnances that are in the legendary category. A Malawan shotgun. I wonder what I'm gonna run with our girl, Harlow. Yeah.
They don't let me cut on folks no more. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeehaw. Let's go kill. Why does okay, hold on. Okay, I didn't really do much. I didn't do much. I didn't do that much. Oh, that didn't do anything either. Why does nothing work? Nothing's doing damage today. Do we just have to do this? Get rid of your shields. Why don't you die? Ugh, face. Okay. Holy moly!
Your technology can't save you. It's
Is
hard.
that another Atling gun? I think it is. Move, body! It is. How is this better in every way? 19k? I got 2 Atling guns in a row? Streamer luck? Or streamer skill? That is the question. Ouch. I think that's good, right? But hold on, does it only have 90 shots? Okay, now. What's the difference here? What is it does only have 90 shots, but somehow I'm getting more. Okay, so that's fine. If I go here, and then I go here, and then we go here, because why not? We've got way different DPS, faster bullet speed. I'm confusion. Oh, that's the Inkling, and this is... The Inkling sucks. The Atling gun, I'm just so confused. Like, what is Whistler? What does it mean? Like, I don't understand some of these perks. So let me look up my sheet and see what it says. So Atling gun, where are the balls? Oh, here it is. Extremely high fire rate and projectiles home in on the target. Whew. How doggy. Okay, we like that, right? The level's different. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry, the level's right here. Particular Atling gun is no element, and then the tinged is tinged because I assume it has corrosive. So, and the corrosive chance is ass anyway, so that's not really a big thing. So that's cool. The level 40, I'm sorry, that's the Inkling. That's the wrong gun. I was hovering over this, but I meant this. So I currently now, I used the tinged Atling, which is on the which is on the right. But then I just now picked up the particular Atling gun, which seems to have much more DPS, probably because it doesn't have the elemental part of it. But we learned also that Whistler, sorry, just means that it has an incredibly high level of fire, rate of fire anyways, and high rate of fire, and also the slightly like homing bullets. So, but yeah, the other gun I was accidentally hovered on was the Inkling, which is a gun we got from the Divisioner, which really isn't very good. The projectiles bounce around, but it's like if you're in an open area or whatever, it doesn't really do much. That is so cool.
For sale. Oh, you'll be back.
You'll be back, boy. Let's go here. Here, here, and here. And that's some crazy deeps. Crazy DPS, sir. Ah, my face. Oh my. Like, the damage has to catch up. Yeah, elements usually drop the raw DPS. I agree. I concur. That is insanity. Wow. If I can get where I have a refunded ammo, like, we're in trouble. Trouble on the double. Oh man, I cannot wait. Because we'll be able to proc, so ordnance damage and crit hits is going to proc status effects, which is just going to make it even more effective. We'll go spread launcher. Ooh, I'm excited. Now if I can just get a hot slugger and maybe even more Atling guns along the way, why not? We'll have to come back and farm this bad boy.
Do you not know I kill order?
I have an idea anyways. I have an idea to use the spread launcher to get rid of that shield, and then let's see if we can just eat his entire health bar. You can stop that, sir. Your little spinning rear. I missed half of those shots, that's weird. The damage is still ticking though. And I'm assuming that's cryo damage. The rate of fire on this thing is so crazy. What is this? A sniper. I can tell some of the guns apart now, but sometimes I can't. It looked like an Ordinance, but it was just a decked out sniper. I cannot believe the rate of fire. That's going to be disgustingly strong. And now I can finally go for the Gatling gun version of the heavy Ordnance, which I really did enjoy. Oh, I'm excited. It's shaping up. That's the Whistler for you. Oh yeah, that's the Whistler doing its thing. That is certainly the Whistler doing its thing. That is exciting. Ooh, I'm so excited because now all I do is I level, and we're about to get one of our first levels into 46, which we can then pump right into this right here. Well, shoot. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's get to level 46, and I'm actually gonna respec. I'm gonna change something up really quickly. And hold on, I didn't do that right. Oh my. He's like, ow! Yeah. That was fast. That was very fast. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab the legendary from this chest. Damn it! Never mind. And then we're gonna go ahead and respec. We're gonna go from I forgot what it's called, like Infinite Ordnance to the other version of the ammo refund on the blue tree. So we're gonna go to Primal Surge from Endless Bombardment, and we're gonna do that right now by respecking, spending a few million because, you know, whatever. We got it like that. And then we'll go back and do the thing. Yeesh, that's gonna suck. That's fine. This is my favorite safe house. Man, I love a pure kinetic Atling gun with Whistler. I mean, obviously they're built in with Whistler, but that Whistler perk, the fact that it just increases the fire rate so fast, your DPS is going to be disgustingly fast, like hot. Let's go respec really quickly.
Come on.
Come on. Isn't over here. I need my notes. I need a pen. I need things. Okay, so we do here. So green tree. The green tree brings you buyers. We're gonna go Gathering Storm. Then we go Destruction Engine. Then we go Herald's Call. And that could be, we could reconsider that. Then we go Cacophony. So this is the one that I'm questioning. Cacophony. See, I actually enjoy Cacophony. That's a good one for me. And then we go, that's it. So then technically it would be Endless Bombardment, which I am going to, at this point, swap out for a moment. Then we go here. And technically what we already have in the blue tree, we'll do current to what we proposed. So we have Scorched Kairos, which I do enjoy. You obviously need that, so that's going to be a big check mark there. And we have Tail of the Comet. Yep, we like that too, so. Machinist, I love that. Yeah, increased, so yep, that's good. And then we go Ancient Ways for cryo damage, because we're already doing the cryo anyways all throughout right here. So I don't mind Ancient Ways. What could we do instead? Wildfire, no. No. Gun damage, which I'm not going to be using guns. Gun crits. Slow enemy, I'm not going to be using that. Killing an enemy with shock damage will grant a shock affinity. Stacks grant increased crit hit chance. Crit hit damage, actually. Ordinance damage has a chance to crit. Okay, well, Blackout is clearly important, so then we go Blackout, then we go Primal Surge, which is the proposed. Okay, so let's just go ahead and respec Green Tree real quick. First things first, we went Gathering Storm. Let's just double check. I mean, crit damage is always nice, but whatever. Destruction Engine. Increased crit damage, the effect doubled after hitting melee. Ooh, I don't know then. What if I did this? It's still 10 points, right? What if I changed that? What if I changed Destruction Engine for Executioner? I don't know. I mean, well, we're just you know, we're theory crafting here. You know, what am I doing? You know. Then we've got Herald's Call. Honestly, do I even need to do that? We'll think about it, because it respects everything for some reason. So that's fine. So we are going to go Scorched Kairos, clearly. The Thrill. Battle Worn, that's a reference to the game that failed. Tail of the Comet. Hair of the Dog. Gunshots only, that's no good. And then we go... I don't want gun crit, I want crit crit. Oh no, that means I have to go here. I have to go here for Primal Surge, right? No, I have to go here, okay. Darn. Guns or status effects. Okay, so that's probably it. So it would count as a status effect if I'm doing cryo anyway, so that should be okay. And get increased shock damage here. And then what? Go down to this side, I imagine, for Endless Bombardment, but I'm not going to have enough points at that point. So we do need to change this then. I might reconsider this. That's not even what I'm doing. Why are you doing that? So we moved from this. But Ordinance having a chance to crit hit, oh man. The thing is, the Ordinance damage does crit hit. Your AMON looks pretty badass. Thank you. I take much pride in my builds. Much pride indeed. Now I got a spear. Oh, what do we do here? Dude, this is where I get a little... No. So I can get one more ordnance damage here, and then essentially I could come back around and go for this as well. So technically one of these is going to be 4, one of these is going to be 5. So I think the pure ordnance damage, I can get the 1 point here. That puts me to level 46. That's a direct increase to ordnance damage. Then I go to blue tree and I go as many points as possible here, which would be 4. I think that works. Alright guys, let's check it out, right? Let me just go try it out and see how good it is. I think I made improvements. That was the kind of original that we had, and we made some swaps there, so we've since looked at that. And blackout to me is important, so I'm gonna put a star next to it, because if you get a crit hit chance, we already know that it can crit. So I don't know why that's a thing. I'm a little confused on that, actually. My AMON looks pretty bad. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I want all my characters to look badass. Like, I cannot wait to start a Harlow and a Vex, but taking my time with it. Where am I supposed to go? Oh. Does YouTube censor Concord? You mean the game? That game that came out that nobody ever played, and PlayStation like literally canceled it like in 7 days? Otherwise, I have no clue what Concord is. Which way does it want me to go?
May this vehicle find grace.
Oh gosh. I don't know. Are you talking about the game Concord? The really terrible flop? PlayStation's just yet another one of PlayStation's finest. Mountains apps. Heart of the mountain. That's the only Concord I can think of, if that's even the name of the game. I don't remember. It was so bad that I don't even remember it. Run! And you can, one thing that I always find is a really nice little detail is that like the weapons actually vary in the way that they look from the different rarities. So like a gray Jacob's Baylor would look different from a green, a blue, and then subsequently a purple. Of course, the legendaries always have a unique look, so, you know, whatever. Marcus says friends of mine that have subscribed probably didn't show either. Really? I haven't seen, let's see, I have a Tony Caruso that subscribed today in the feed, and that is the only one that subscribed during the stream so far. But yeah, it's very possible. Yeah. I'm actually gonna zoom through all of this so we can go test out our weapon, test our new build, anyways. But no, that's awesome, and thank you for having them subscribe. That's always so helpful and much appreciated. We just reworked our build for AMON, trying to go permanent uptime for Ordinance, and we're going to be pumping in the last few points into another way to get refunded ammo, which is going to be really nice. Now, of course, the less magazine you have is beneficial for one version of the refund, and then the more ammo we have is more efficient and beneficial for the other. So I'm going to try and use both, actually, because I don't really care for a capstone ability. My action skills should be sufficient, so. All the big words. Whee! Okay. We're gonna go. Oh, I'm already good. No, never mind. Alright, let's see if we can actually do things. So There.
Let us see if there is any soul in that synthetic body.
I think we made it better. I think we fixed it. Wow. Fam says that's what I chatted before. Oh, I didn't see that. So whatever your chat was before. Oh, it says that came in. It came in late though. It says now to think that this game is still better than Concord. This game is significantly better than Concord. It was weird because I saw Matthias's message first. Yours just now came in. It like loaded in. It's weird. It should censor Concord because that game wasn't any good. Matthias says, Marcus and Inhuman, did you guys get a notification that the Borderlands devs did a soft reboot on some of the characters' stories? Because evidently there were some errors that didn't make sense. That I haven't heard of. A soft reboot on some of the main character stories, I'm assuming? Or that some of the Vault Hunters from Borderlands 4. The only thing that I think is a little odd is that, like, why does AMON... He's already a Vault... He's literally halted... He's halted a bunch of vaults. No, but he's hunted a bunch of vaults already, single-handedly killing a bunch of monsters per his lore. Even like his neck bracer thing shows that like how many he's killed. It's like seven vault monsters. So it's like he single-handedly did that. Where in the stories we're kind of led to assume and believe that all the hunters were there working together as a unit. You know, so it's like That's what you chatted when you mentioned Battleborn? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Battleborn was a lot of fun. I really actually enjoyed Overwatch and Battleborn to me were on par. They were very great. So they soft rebooted some of the characters on this game. I wonder, you know, the characters that I'm most familiar with are, of course, Rafa and Amon. And I have not heard of anything. But the fact that Amon has already killed 7 Vault monsters, that kind of makes him OP. Whereas none of the other Vault hunters that are playable have hunted a single vault yet. I don't think Vex has, Harlow hasn't, and I know Rafa did. He specifically say nope whenever he's talking to RJ. He's like, I've never done that before. But he's like, well, okay, well, why do you call yourself a vault hunter then? It's like, because he's kind of like trying to make a name for himself. But this is insane. I just created a monster. I just created a monster. That is insanity. I did a thing, guys. The Atling gun is kind of broken. Marcus is gonna unsubscribe. What? Marcus is unsubscribing immediately. What did I say? I like Amon. I'm just saying that's kind of weird that he like is the only one. So none of the Vault Hunters had been into any vaults except him. But he's in 7 and nobody else has. So I wonder what they actually rebooted though. I have no clue what they would have changed. I think Rafa has the weakest backstory in my opinion. Amon's got a pretty cool story because he's part of a cult. Harlow's got a cool story because of her Malawan kind of thing and the Trant people that she's from. Vex has a cool story because she's the Siren, so of course she's gonna be awesome. But Rafa's story is kind of like, hey, he was born in like space and his bones suck, so then he signed up for the military to get an exosuit, and then it went wrong, so they chopped his legs off, gave him prosthetic legs, and then he, like, even in his short, the story, he escaped because it was like a malfunction or whatever, and he escaped, and so at any point in time, you know, he could be like detonated or whatever. So it's like, I don't know, his story was kind of the weakest. It made you think he was weak too, like that he was weak. Fam says, I think you missed his chat. No, I saw he said friends of mine that have subscribed probably didn't show in the feed, and that's when I mentioned Tony Caruso and all the others. So I did read that. Then you talked about your chat, which I mentioned came in late, and then Matthias asked about some soft reboot on the lore for some of the characters for B4, but I haven't seen anything else. After that, it says That's what I mentioned, Battleborn pretty much being better than Concord. And then Matthias says, I believe it was from this game. Marcus says, will unsubscribe. And then Fam says, I think you missed his chat. So I don't know. I could be missing chat. Oh, you know what I need to do? I can see directly on the side of YouTube to see if there's anything. I cannot believe this. We never run out of ammo, guys. I think we never go under 100. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Let me go to YouTube and see. Okay, when I go to YouTube's side of chat, it says, my chat is not showing. There's a lot more above. That's the last one I see. And then it's, let me see. Let me refresh. Marcus says, none of my chat is showing. It's banned again. I don't understand that. Like, there's no way. Like, so all of mine, like, unless I were to go into the profile and, like, click on your icon and say, ooh, I want to mute this person or whatever, there should be no reason it's not showing. But it's not pulling into my Streamlabs, but it is showing up on the YouTube side. Let me see. It says, Marcus says, none of my chat showing banned again. Will unsubscribe. That's so weird. I don't get it. And then I don't see any other chats aside from Matthias and Fam above that. I don't get it. I do apologize that it's giving you a hard time, Marcus. There's a lot of times it has to do with the software that you're using. So OBS and OBS Streamlabs are like the most popular, and I use OBS Streamlabs, and for some reason it eats up your chats. Not all of them, but like the last few times there was, I don't know why, but for whatever reason it was then just removing your chat altogether. And well, pretty much I went in and I said, like, do not remove any chat. Like, say it's called the chat bot or cloud bot, and I removed all of its permissions to just do stuff unless it's like a link, or unless it has like a very bad word that I've listed, like several bad words I've listed out. So it should only remove those chats. And you never say anything bad or offensive or anything. It's always nice, and even like you guys are even allowed to say cuss words and stuff. It's perfectly fine, but there's just certain things you can't say, and it's like everything works fine. But then on Streamlabs, it only shows some of the. I see that when I went over to the YouTube side, I actually went over and logged in to the YouTube side of things. I can see Marcus's chats. But on OBS, on Streamlabs, I can only see the one he said, friends of mine have subscribed, probably didn't show either. And then immediately after that, I said, will unsubscribe. But I saw on the other side, there's a lot more context. And he's saying, like, I'm trying to subscribe and unsubscribe so I can get notifications. And probably because it's like he's thinking maybe there's an issue because he's in Europe. And I'm like, I don't know. But those comments didn't pull through OBS. So that's very interesting. But yeah, I don't know how to fix that because I know how to change, like, the ability for, like, the CloudBot to remove comments and stuff, which it shouldn't do. But I do not know why it's just not pulling in comments. I'm gonna just refresh chat and in general. So I refresh chat. So right now the last chat I had was Fam. So if there's any new chat after Fam and I don't read it, then I'm not seeing it, okay? Just so you guys know. Because I certainly don't ignore. I read every single chat that comes through. Unless it's mean. Unless it's like a troll, then I just don't engage. But I will always read your guys' chats. I can't believe the damage, guys. We just made a monstrous AMON with that little tweak. And that would be thanks to Raziel's advice from the last stream. But I knew that Primal Surge wouldn't help me much unless I had a weapon with lots of ammo. But yeah, we can kill these bosses in like no time. That's insane. He's not even able to do his like transition or next phase or anything. Yikes. Well, once he gets to level 50, he's pretty much final form. Obviously, we would like a class mod with even more ordnance damage and things like that, but shoot. A rep kit with Go-Go Gadget like I've been praying for. Oops. Yeah, it really sucks that I can't see the message. That's not my intention at all.
Do you not know I
The fact that it tracks, I mean, my god. Well, the Atling gun is literally the best heavy ordnance.
without soul you could never succeed.
So good. Hot Slugger, yes. Oh, yes, okay. We're getting everything we need. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so we go to inventory. I'm gonna remove this. Put that there. This is the gun. My wish list is complete. Now the only thing is we have to get level 50 of everything now. Now we gotta go right back and get level 50 instead. But so what I can do essentially is like now we just have fun, do whatever we want, and then when I get to level 50 I can come back and farm this boss here, Callus, and get a new Hot Slugger, of course, as well as a new Atling gun, and man. But I'll show you what this weapon does. It's very powerful. It does have like on kill kind of effects though, so it deals 30% additional damage for 10 seconds for 3 stacks. You get 90% more damage on top of that if you're killing enemies. But it's just so funny because like when it's just like a little PVC pipe when you kill it, and it reloads really nice too. So then we have the spread launcher on this, of course, which is just massive. And then we got this, which is this DPS for days. I cannot believe how well this works. Look at this. I mean, that's just insane. And that's not even, like, I'm not using Enrage or anything like that. I think that Enrage would be really nice for like a farm, and then Go-Go Gadget would be nice for if I'm just walking around, you know? Because if I'm walking around and I accidentally mess something up, I don't get enough crits if I'm mobbing or whatever, then I can always switch back over. That's nasty. And then I have the spread launcher, which will kill anything. Our AMON just got crazy strong, guys. I have a feeling that the spread launcher specifically, like if I were to use it like on Rafa or something, would be disgusting. But it is an alt fire, so it's not like I can shoot it more than once, but it's just that he's more crit focused. It's like if you really wanted to be a jerk, be like, oh, and then
I will fight you with one hand. I will not. I could.
with 100 bullets left over, and mind you, that's actually overcapped from what we hold on this weapon, which is 90, but 110 is like the max amount, so it's just crazy. Fire rate could increase even further. Man, if we get a nasty little rep kit, like an Enrage, I would probably do that. I wouldn't be averse to like an Enrage rep kit. Now all I need is some movement speed. But we have the Hot Slugger just in case, like if we're just going around mobbing. And we have this for bossing. Oh, we don't even need that really. That's just, we want to change it up a little bit. That's crazy. Okay, so let's get out of here. Let's do some other stuff real quick. We have like 15 minutes or so. It's shaping up. We do have a specialist. Oh, a skill point actually. See, ordnance damage is critically hitting. That's what I'm not getting. I want that to be maxed out. Then we have 4 more points to apply, which, I mean, it could technically go, let's see. What did I have initially? Increased cryo damage. Or what do we do? Do we go here? Try and get an ammo? We don't even need that at this point. Increased ordnance damage, you get faster fire rate. I mean, that could be nasty. So maybe we go that route. I needed this just so I could get here, though. The first image announced for B4 when I saw it, I thought AMON was Reinhardt for a moment there. You're talking about Reinhardt from Overwatch, I think? Reinhardt from Overwatch? If I go this route, I can actually have a capstone then, technically. Elemental Shards has a chance to ricochet. I don't even know if I deal those. Yeah, I don't. So I'd have to go here and here. Otherwise, this is essentially worthless. So I have a capstone at least. Firewall is now Glacial Rupture. Press and hold to swing Forge Whips, dealing cryo ordnance damage. I'll test it out. I don't really care to use that, but we'll see if that's worse than Firewall, because I do like Firewall, so. That would apply shock. So maybe, do we do that? Do we go for shock? That way I have shock and cryo? Maybe that's what we do. And that would be the best we could possibly do there, because this isn't going to help. Fire rate wouldn't hurt, but yeah, I think we just go blue tree. Inhuman, which skill tree would you recommend to use for AMON? I'm a win by absolute onslaught and brute force kind of guy, if that helps. Oh, I love Reinhardt. I played Reinhardt quite a bit. I mained Hanzo and Genshi for most, and I mained a lot of people. I was actually playing, and even what's his name? The guy with the BAMF, the BAMF belt, the gunslinger and stuff, and Reaper. Like I played that very competitively. I played that very competitively for a long time. And then Battleborn came out and I did that. I didn't get as good as Battleborn though, but I loved playing several of the characters. So you don't see Matthias, like, so if you want to go brute force, there is a really cool tree where you can go green tree right here and you can use axes. I found that the axes were pretty underwhelming early on. So just to let you know, you can use dual axes, right? Or you can go with just an actual, like, kind of like it's like a dashing punch. It's like a fire punch. This was also pretty underwhelming in the beginning. So what I would choose is I would actually choose this blue tree, which gives you Scourge. And whenever you tap your action skill button again, like, and you're just pressing L1, you can use a whip and you like freeze enemies and they'll explode and they get procced pretty easily with that. So this is a great tree for that. And then if you do like heavy ordnance, I know you liked that, you didn't like that you had to either choose heavy ordnance or grenade, but in this game, since you do, heavy ordnance is a really good option, and he has tons of synergies with ordnance, kind of like I'm doing. Or you can kind of just go for status effects. And if you're going for status effects, like cryo damage and shock damage are huge. So you can then use your whip to do the ice damage, and then it ends up proccing other effects and stuff as well. Sylvain Besnard has subscribed. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the channel. But the blue tree is a great tree to start off with, and obviously this is the one that I picked when I first began as well. When I deleted that character and started a level 30 AMON instead, I went green tree and blue tree, and a combination of the two, so that I could go for pure ordnance. But I kind of do weird builds like that, so you don't have to do that. But I'd say blue tree. You probably want to go blue tree. It feels the best. Even early on, you feel the massive amounts of damage you're doing, so it's just great. We're gonna go farm one of my favorite bosses, just for the sake of, for giggles, as they say. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and test out this new build we got here on a non, shielded type enemy, just a different type of enemy, and see how it does. So, okay, thanks, Inhuman. So try out Scourge first. I would go blue tree first, because the other skills like look cool, but they don't deal, like you can't even kill mobs with them initially. Like there'll be regular enemies that can like tank a whole 2 or 3 punches. So it's like, what is this? It's no better than this melee, you know? So it feels really bad. The axes can get very strong a little bit later on, and you can even get an ability to combine the axes and then use them melee only, which is really nice. So you can respec into that later if you want. But Scourge, which is the blue tree, is the best tree I would say early on for AMON, considering that I've played him a pretty good amount. But yeah, I would definitely go that route.
For a brief moment, I can forget the deaths of everyone I've loved.
Ow, what was the thing? I looked at chat and crashed into a wall. Yeah, I would definitely go blue tree. I think you would enjoy that. It's a lot of fun. But definitely as you get stronger, and if you like say, you know what, I want to go purely melee, then if you go pure melee, then you're going to love like all the different options he has available. But if not, he's very good at status effects. In fact, every single one of these Vault Hunters are pretty much like status effect, like monsters. Like they just have these affinities towards certain status effects and can just proc them like nobody's business. And so it's something that you can definitely play around with. All of the Vault Hunters are very viable, so I would strongly suggest just trying them all out. But AMON's blue tree is a great start. Alright, let's go kill stuff. I want to see what this wall does. I mean, of course. Whoa! Like, that's cool. That was cool. That was my new ability. Also, for mobbing, it kind of sucks. Because I'm actually going to run out of ammo. I thought you could home in, homies. I'm going to get really close. I can hit you in the head. So I can't just hold the trigger, because that will happen. Okay, that's fine. Understandable. So, for mobbing, a little different. Definitely a little different. Arrgh. Well, forgive me, forgive that. Okay. Can y'all just line up? That's so cool. It doesn't do anything, but it looks cool. And that is half the battle. As long as you look cool. Alright, there's Bongo, and where's Pongo? I have all the overshield I need! Dead. Well, that's incredible. Absolutely satisfying, my gosh. Okay, if I could hit my shots, that'd be sweet. There you go.
I wish it lasted longer.
That was awesome. There's one more brother. I'm gonna kill him with a spread launcher because I haven't shot this in a while. Oh wait, I want to do this. Base me! That is so cool. Okay, we have a heck of a build right now. Oh, look at this. Order, but it's not what we need. Fire rate again would be quite good. What is it? Do I have an enrage that I just haven't been using this whole time? I don't even know what I'm... Yeah, of course I do. I've been using an enrage, or I've been failing to use an enrage this entire time. Because if you have overshield, you shouldn't really rely on your rep kit at all. You should rely on maintaining your overshield endlessly and having that uptime while you're damaging an enemy. So let's just get out. Oh, it's blue. Whatever. Let's get out of here right now. We're gonna try that again, and I'm gonna use my rep kit this time. 30% more damage. Ooh. Flat. And you know, if you wanted to go crazy, you'd go with an amp shield as well, but I prefer to have siphon. We need that over shield. Because I'm standing around, my mobility is incredibly like lessened. Also, I kind of don't like my ability, my capstone. It's fun looking, but it doesn't do butt for damage. I killed one guy. This is crazy. I guess if I aim high, it goes for their head, so. Yeah, see? Aim high. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Boom, 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 boom. And I went blue tree and I changed my whip to spear, so now I have lightning spears that also do cryo damage. So, I mean, it's another really fun thing. I'm missing every single one of those shots, but they're very powerful and they create these stacks that do even more damage the more you hit an enemy. So if they do survive a single strike, they're not going to survive the subsequent strikes because you're starting to create a stack of like damage on them. Oh yeah, here's the big boy. Where's the other one? Oh, balls. I didn't even see it. Okay, hold on. Wait! Let's try this. That's just fun. Okay, I didn't really do anything. Spread launcher time? Okay, it didn't do much. You're dead. Dead. Hot Slugger comes in Jacob, so it's like you're always gonna get that nice ricochet. But I'm so big. What? Fam says, night guys, have a good night. Yep, so Scourge or the blue tree is certainly the tree you're gonna want to try out for sure. Whee! Oh, I'm so happy. The build is shaping up, like, very much so. Do one more for the road. One more for the road. Matthijs says, I'll probably end up using the spear as well. I really enjoyed using Lightning Spear and Great Lightning Spear in whichever Dark Souls game. Oh yeah, those are fun. I think that was the original Dark Souls, right? And they probably even incorporated them in the others, but yeah. Very fun. Yeah, the spear is really nice. It's still a good way to get like projectile damage. Even the whip shoots off like this. I don't know. It's definitely a projectile of sorts. It's really, really good. Oh wow! Oops, that was not the. That was the spread shot. Whoopsie. What if I do this? But yeah, I don't like this capstone ability. I mean, it looks amazing, but it doesn't do anything. Not very effective. And then of course, if you do like Ordinance and stuff, if you can spec it to where if you're getting kills, you're reducing your cooldown for your Ordinance, so you can just kind of keep it up. So even now I could just completely stop doing this and switch over to my gun. But, you know, you only gotta kill a handful of enemies, get that right back up, so. Pretty cool. But if I had Go-Go Gadget now, I'd be able to then use my rep kit to get that cooldown for my Ordinance, which right now I'm having to wait. Or I could kill enemies and the cooldown would decrease, of course, but killing enemies decreases it, waiting, or using a Go-Go Gadget rep kit in my instance. I'm gonna heal and then I'm gonna go crazy with this. 30% damage, why not? I think I'm breaking the game here. No, I'm gonna die! Did he say mommy? I think he did. You want to just stay alive, huh? But the spears are great, especially you can... They have a really nice... I feel like they have some homing capabilities in them too, because although it looks like I'm hitting all those shots, like you can miss, but it can sometimes even feel like it's arcing around a corner a little bit, so might be a little built-in homing in on them. All these purple. I really just want to look for rep kit. Oh. Are there any? I'll just take the purples because why not? But I would like rep kits. Nice purple and rage rep kit. Or the fire rate is decent. That'd increase the DPS even further. But I'd rather have a direct increase to my damage through enrage or a direct cooldown. Also, we need to do, you know, to optimize this build and make it like absolutely like just OP, we would need a slightly upgraded class mod and enhancement. And yeah, I think we're in great shape. I would like to see what my weapon's classified as. I think it's technically maybe a Vladov. I'm not entirely sure. No, yeah, it is. It's a Vladov. So I could look for any kind of enhancement that focuses specifically on Vladov. But because I'm using the Hot Slugger, I'm getting the Jacob's benefit here. Also with the Looming Baler as well, so we get more ricochets and even more chance to get crit hits. So, I mean, it's not bad. Definitely not bad at all. And we haven't even started with the firmware bonuses or anything like that, so that's just another thing we can do to make that even better.
Bigger target, Ripper. I can help. My quest cannot be halted.
Alright. I always forget. I don't know why I was like, oh man, I gotta do all this. I always forget that you can fast travel at any point in time, even in combat in this game. So I think we're gonna make our way back to the launch pad and we're gonna call it a day. And I'm gonna bid you guys adieu and goodbye. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I want to say thank you all so much for stopping by. It was an absolutely fun stream. It was a great week, and can't wait to see. We do have a long weekend, so that's gonna be really nice. We're gonna be jumping into obviously different video games and Ninja Gaiden and all that on the 21st. But until then, we have like just a few other things like we can consider. If I get more keys and things like that, we can check them out. And if they're fun, we play them. If not, we just move on. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your weekend. Be safe, and thank you so much for being the best part of my channel. Until next time, guys, it's the